Bell Hooks, born Gloria Jean Watkins, was born on September 25, 1952. She is still alive today. She was raised in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, which was a small segregated town in rural Kentucky with segregated schools. She described her neighborhood as a world where folks were content to get by on little, where Baba, Mama's mother, made soap, dug fishing worms, set traps for rabbits, made butter and wine, sewed quilts, and wrung the necks of children. She claims that her neighborhood provided her with the resistance to racism, but also gave her negative and positive experience that would shape her in her views on feminism. She had 5 sisters and 1 brother. Her father was a janitor, and her mother was a maid to white families. She began writing poetry at the age of 10. They say when she was in school, and she will even tell you, that she talked back a lot. She was supposed to be this quiet young lady that always followed the rules and what the teacher said, but she talked back a lot. And she says that the talking back grew into speaking out against racism and sexism. Bell Hooks is her pseudonym, which is actually her maternal great-grandmother's name. She decided to go by this so that she would not, so she wanted to develop a different voice than who she was at Bell Hooks. And if you notice in all of her books, she does not capitalize her name. She states that she would rather her readers focus on her work rather than her name. She wrote her first book at age 19 called Ain't I a Woman? She has her doctorate in English literature. Then after she received her doctorate in English literature, she began her teaching career. She then went on to teach African American studies at Yale University and women's studies at Oberlin College in Ohio. The major emphasis that she has is on racism and sexism and the fight against those two things. She calls for a more productive approach to solving the problem of racism in America. She has founded the Bell Hooks Institute, and their motto for the Bell Hooks Institute is TREC, T-R-E-C, which is teaching critical thinking, remembering the past, explaining work, and celebrating the legacy. She aims to eliminate discriminatory racism, sexism, classless policies and practices in educational settings and the wider society around us. Her insights include art, media, race, gender, and class. She wrote a book. She has wrote over 30 books, and her writing broke ground at the beginning by recognizing that women's race, political history, social position, and economic worth does not define them or their values. I would say that Bell Hooks is a wonderful lady to find out information about and how she has continued the fight against racism and sexism in America today.